I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest one here.
You are.
Really?
She is.
Yeah.
I thought you were older.
No.
Not by much, but I thought you were older.
No, I just portray that.
Just because you're a grumpy old man.
Well, aging gracefully.
Dusty old
I thought you were closer to my age.
Oh, no.
I was thinking like
I'm
34.
I'm practically ancient.
You guys had this discussion in the last episode, too.
We did.
Did we?
Yes, you did.
Rain fart.
It's like you're stoned or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am a responsible member of society.
Mrs. I smoke too much. They're coming to get me.
I did not get paranoid.
This
That
time.
you didn't tell us.
No, because you would know if I was paranoid. 'Cause I don't keep my thoughts to myself, especially when I'm stoned.
Facts. I'm the same way.
We both decided that we're not going to turn 30 this year. We're going to do 29 again because nobody wants to remember 2020 happened.
Fact.
Roll back.
We should all get a do-over.
Uh-huh. So this year we're doing 29 again.
And I still won't change anything, so then next year it'll be 29 again.
Sounds like something that would come out of Florida.
Oh.
Fucking Florida.
Fucking Florida.
God damn it.
Episode 5 happening right now.
Who's going
Is
first?
it episode 5?
It is episode 5.
Holy shit.
And we heard
What happened to episode 4?
Well, most people didn't like episode 4. They gave up about halfway through. So we have to keep the bullshitting to a minimum, apparently, and hit the hard-hitting stories. It seems what everybody wants.
Like Florida Man?
Like Florida Man. Maybe it is 4.
It is 4. Because we did the origin, and then murderers, and then what did we
High
do last
anxiety.
week? High anxiety.
Oh, yeah, so it
this
is episode 4.
And as soon as you said 5, I'm like, that'll
Because I just put 5 on the file just now. Well, fuck. Episode 4. Fucking Florida happening now.
Goddamn Florida Man did it again.
You're not even as stoned as the rest of us.
That's true.
I'm not gonna lie, this straight up just tastes like oregano and grass.
It probably is oregano
May
and grass.
You may.
I am curious now. It does.
I weren't lying.
I feel like
It smells like oregano and grass.
I just licked a lawn that's just been mowed.
Right? Like
It smells like oregano and grass.
I did-
I'm playing.
I didn't let it out my nose this time. I didn't
saw
want to
that.
That's
suffer.
fair.
I thought about it and I was like, no.
No,
we're not gonna do this again.
I've been playing around with these single-use disposable
Little
like
distillates.
all-in-ones. And it's fantastic. It's great.
I may look into them next time. I really, really enjoy using my bong though.
Everything in life can be blamed on Florida Man.
Probably. I googled my birthday with Florida Man just to see what it was, and it wasn't that exciting, but my daughter's was way better.
Yeah.
So, this dude was running through a neighborhood with cooking oil and a boner. He got caught on like someone's either Ring camera or some other security camera. It is pouring down rain. He runs past one house that has a babysitter and 2 kids in it. Luckily, they didn't see anything. Then he runs across the street to another house with the surveillance cameras. And by the time cops get there, he'd already run around most of the neighborhood. And his reasoning for all of this is he gets sexual gratification from running naked in the rain.
Obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
As you do. As you do. I don't like the
mean,
rain. I love pina coladas, but no rain.
I do like the rain.
You do like the rain.
But see, what wasn't reported is with the cooking oil and the erection, as he's running down the street, he's going, "Where's the doughboy?"
Pillsbury, I'm gonna get you.
He did cover himself in said oil, so the cops trying to catch him was trying to catch a greased pig.
Never gonna get me.
His mugshot is of the creepiest looking dude with like this unkempt hair with a giant scrape on his forehead because they had to tase him, so I'm sure he got that little prize on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
So did he get a tan after he was tased? Because, the electricity, or did he get a little fried?
He might be a little crisp by now.
Crunchy to the taste.
Ew.
I mean, that could just be any normal person in Florida.
Pork rinds.
Mm-hmm. Leather.
Leather.
Chicharrones.
So,
Don't you soil the name of chicharrones. Them's fighting words.
It's just skin and hot oil, isn't it? It's just skin and hot oil.
Yeah, and?
Florida man.
Mexico, not Florida.
Florida, a stone's throw away from Mexico.
You better throw really, really far.
Or a raft.
That's going to be a long ride through the Gulf.
Pretty sure people have done it.
Probably. But Cuba's closer.
Ah, the other God's blind spot.
It's the mole on the butt.
Oh.
Sorry.
Do you have a mole on your butt?
Actually, I was
No.
thinking about hers, but okay.
No, I have a mole on my hip. I have one on my back.
I have them everywhere.
Yeah, we call her holy guacamole.
When he's not calling me Twitch, which I am not anymore.
For now.
No.
No.
It's been almost 3 years.
So who's going first?
I did.
Oh, is that an actual one? I thought that was
Yeah,
the one.
no.
No,
Oh,
that
all
was
right.
a legit one.
Well, then I will go next. Florida man worried about vampires burning down his house, police say. Daytona Beach police said Weaver's wife sought to have him committed for mental health reasons on Sunday, but when the police arrived, he was acting completely rational and determined that he could not be involuntarily committed.
With the Baker's Act.
Yep, the Baker's Act. 5 hours after the police left, dude got angry, started beating his wife, and then breaking windows with his cane, and then said the vampires are going to defend themselves.
Obviously.
At which point he decided to take some insulation, throw it on his stove, light it up, and let the house burn while his wife was inside. Then he proceeded to grab a knife, run to his neighbor's house, saying that his house was on fire and the wife was inside.
Duh.
I mean, that wasn't a lie.
Yeah. So at least he was honest with that. I don't know what he planned to do with the knife. But the questions I have is, were drugs involved? Because this seems something like drugs could be involved. But at the same time, was the dude just batshit crazy? Or did he know what he was doing for him to maybe just act coherent when the police came and then decided to go batshit crazy afterwards?
Ooh.
Maybe he
It
wanted to
sounds
get
like
rid
a
of his wife.
psychosis.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or in his mind, I mean, he could very well legitimately believe that vampires were real and these things were going to happen. And if he truly believed it,
Wait,
with enough conviction?
wait. Vampires aren't real?
Dude watched too much Twilight.
God damn it. It's Buffy.
they sparkle in the sun.
Never watched that either.
She's a slayer.
Obviously.
That was California, honey, not Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Angel take place in?
L.A.
LA.
This one caught my attention. Florida man claims stand your ground defense for killing an iguana.
I saw that
I've
one.
seen that one.
This one caught my attention because Florida man is accused of brutally pummeling an iguana to death, said he was just defending himself. He tried to use the stand your ground law to get out of animal cruelty charges that could have put him behind bars for up to 5 years. Needless to say, the circuit court judge denied that defense. And apparently there was a 3-foot iguana, and the client says that he feared for his life.
I mean,
And
they are
that's-
mean.
I mean, yes, they are vicious, but the savage beating that the animal got seemed a little bit more than it should have been. Although the defendant did get 22 stitches.
Did he
Because of-
beat himself?
Yeah, what did he do to piss off that iguana? Because I've had one that was like 4 foot long, chill as all hell.
So it goes on
Did
to
he smack
say,
you with his tail?
the prosecutor
No, that was the second
says
one.
the defenseless animal, he kicked it at least 17 times, causing its death. And he clearly tormented the animal, as it was found to have a lacerated liver, a broken pelvis, and internal bleeding. Because apparently in Florida, you can autopsy an iguana.
Yeah.
One good punt and that thing would be off your yard. I don't see what the problem was.
Have you ever seen Chucky? Some people just don't know how to handle small objects
I
coming
guess
at them.
not.
One good
Have you seen the
fire
new-
and
oh,
it's
yeah,
half a
you did
meal.
see the
Like,
new
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's
good.
dinner.
So good. So good.
I'm okay with that one. No, I know a Florida man story. You know this Florida man story.
Do you know the Florida?
You will after.
No, this one like it caught my attention because I'm like, nobody would be this brazen. No, so a little while ago, this dude got elected to be a tax collector,
Okay.
which seems like a weird way to start a story,
A little bit.
right? And like, he's not any dude. like nobody. He's never held a public office, never like been in politics at
So
all.
he's an
never
average Joe.
You'd be like if you or I just decided we're like, I'm gonna run for mayor tomorrow.
Cool.
I'd
Okay.
believe you.
Like and he's our age too.
Wow.
Like he's not an old dude or anything like that. He gets elected to the Seminole County Tax Collector's Office. And I don't know what this dude was on or what he was thinking, but apparently, like, he started using the budget to arm his tax collectors and force them to wear badges and shit.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no joke. Like, he was requisitioning buying weapons.
Body armor.
That sounds like some
These-
protection money shit right there.
These dudes are the dudes that are going to like your local fucking mom and pop store and fucking making sure that they like pay their shit in taxes and shit.
Was this a mafia?
Right.
Like,
It's Florida.
and he's doing this. No, it gets better.
But wait, there's more.
Oh boy.
He creates his own like private consulting firm. Okay. And I have to find exactly what it was, but like the amount of charges that are going up against this dude are just insane.
Because didn't he run his consulting firm out of the tax
Yes,
assessor's office?
yes. Like he's purchasing cryptocurrency by embezzling funds from the county.
Pretty sure that's illegal, my buddy.
Okay, purchasing personal items. Oh, that's right. He bought a bunch of servers
Yes.
and
To
put
mine?
them in the tax collector's office for his private company that mines cryptocurrency.
Love it.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Okay? Like, dude's rolling in money at this point
And making other people pay the bill.
and making everybody else, literally everybody else, it's the tax collector's office, making them foot the bill.
Fucking genius.
It gets better.
Well, that's why he needed all the armor and shit, because he had to push in the heavy to go make sure people were paying his bills.
He starts trafficking women,
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
the underage kind.
Oh, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this dude's now looking at, let's see the charges against him. Maximum terms, 20 years for wire fraud, 15 years for illegally producing a false ID document, 15 years for conspiracy, 5 years for stalking, mandatory minimums, 10 years up to life for sex trafficking of a child, aggravated identity theft. During the plea agreement, he paid for commercial sex acts, engagement with a minor. Like, this dude's just all over the
He's never gonna
fucking
see the light
map.
He
of
is
light of day
fucked.
again.
He is fucked 10 ways to Sunday.
I knew as soon as you said young, never had a tax, power position, all that shit. I'm like, I know embezzlement's going to happen. I already knew that was the direction that one was going, but holy shit, this guy.
Like, on the one hand, that's ballsy. Like, I'm not only going to take this position and I'm going to embezzle the funds from it, but I'm going to open my own business. I believe, like, the room that he had to have built for the servers cost a ton of money, too.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Is it-
gotta stay
Yeah.
cold.
It's got to be climate controlled.
Yeah. It
Probably
was-
got the hail on fire
cost
system
a
and
pretty
shit.
penny.
Oh, yeah.
That was, of course, once again charged to the state.
And they didn't think to ask when that big ass charge came?
No, like that's what eventually got him caught.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Was
wasn't the weapons
Someone was
or the
checking the
badges
bills.
or the
Yeah.
body armor that he was
Or the
employing his
giant
deputies.
increase in electricity usage?
Yeah. No, again, these I think eventually the building caught on fire.
Yes.
He didn't have a sprinkler system, or not a sprinkler, the...
Halon.
He probably did. It probably just wasn't enough. But I mean, I'm just thinking, like, we're talking about the concept of Florida, man. Like, anywhere but Florida, this would have been outrageous.
Yeah.
But because it's a Florida man,
We're like, yeah,
that
That's not-
seems like par for the course.
that's not even as bad as they get. Like this next... Okay, so a man shoots himself, doesn't realize it for 3 days.
Jesus.
Yes.
That is some fucking drugs, dude.
Like,
Yes, but wait.
was it a 22?
It was a 22.
Okay.
Oh, well.
So this happened in 2016. This dude shot himself in the arm while he was cleaning his gun. He
Don't they always?
Wait.
he was cleaning a 22 caliber pistol, and he stood up because his dog was jumping up on him. So he stood up to keep the gun away from the dog.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a bad back, so his back went out, and he fell back into the chair and discharged the chest or the bullet into his arm.
But he's cleaning a loaded gun.
He probably just sat down to clean it. It doesn't say. It just he was cleaning the
Yeah.
weapon.
There's some unknowns there that could have been an unfortunate accident.
True.
But the fact that he didn't notice it for 3 days, he didn't realize it until he
It's
changed.
a 22.
He didn't realize it until he changed his shirt.
If you got
Who
a good
stays
layer
in
of
the
fat,
same shirt for 3 days?
if you got
More
a big
people
enough
than you think.
layer of fat, if you got a good thick layer of fat built
Yeah, it
up,
might not even have broke the skin. It could just be lodged in there.
that or it did break the skin and it's not going through any actual muscle.
He had an entrance and an exit wound. So
Out of a 22?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I'm thinking it
close
must have been like a
enough.
light part of the
Yeah,
arm.
skin and skin
That's true.
and fat.
But it was when he went to the ER to get treated for this GSW, and they found the entry and the exit. They're like, asking the same questions. How did you not feel this? And he's like, well, I take some pretty gnarly medications for my back pain.
Oh, well, there you go.
Muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, really?
oh, that'd be nice right about now.
Good thing one of those wasn't a blood thinner. Jesus.
For real.
Oh, shit.
He'd have been fucked.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, he was an older guy. I think he's like 60 or something.
So I dug deep for my Florida stories because a lot of people have heard most of the stories of Florida because they make national news all the time. So I dug deep and found a couple really good
If
ones.
anything, they make meme news.
Yeah.
The only news that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Florida man accused of dumping 70 gallons of feces on the road.
What the fuck? That just sounds like a
That's a
good
shitty-
Friday night.
It's a shitty thing to do.
Poo-poo. I got the poo on me.
There's people that actually would pay for that.
That's true. He could have made some good money.
I know,
No,
right?
no king
Especially
shaming
in
here.
Florida.
This is a safe space. No king shame here.
And still, you won't shit on my chest.
She didn't have Taco Bell. Gotta make it a party.
Like, we need to wait until you have one of those big watery ones.
So, what was his reasoning for?
So, I have questions of my own. So, like I said, 70 gallons. It was transported in two 35-gallon totes.
Jesus.
So, before I finish this article, I'm like, okay, why is there shit in totes? So I'm like, do you have an outhouse? Are you just a feces collector? Like, what the hell are you
That's
doing
a
with totes
lot
of
of
feces?
Go dunk it into a porta potty.
I don't know. So I kept reading, and come to find out, dude was hired for a job at a flipping company. They flip houses.
Okay.
And his job was to empty out the septic tank.
Yeah, would
Okay,
explain
So
how
I'm like,
much
okay, all right.
accumulate.
Okay, Dad.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So I'm like, okay, that I get that. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, how do you get the shit out of the septic tank? Generally, you have pumps.
Mhm.
Usually those pumps are attached to a septic truck, a sewage truck.
Right.
So did he just use the pump and not want to pay for it? Knew somebody with a truck like, let me borrow your pump. I'm going to pump this into this totes and dispose of it my own way. Or did he just happen to have a pump around? Or did he do some really nasty shit to get it out of there?
Siphoning
Nobody
shit.
No pun
knows.
intended.
I'm-
Yeah, right?
I'm actually going to lean on the side of the nasty shit because this is Florida we're
This
talking
is
about.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
So he was driving down the highway before he picked his spots. In each spot, yeah, he hunted for his spots to dump his poo
what,
poo.
is he like a serial poo litterer? Like,
Serial dumper.
he has like an MO. This is his target.
So he's driving down the highway before he picks his areas to drop his poop, and each area
Drop
is
his
about
load.
drop his load. Each area is about 35 yards apart, so he did it relatively close to each other.
Socially distanced.
Oh, of
It's
course.
very important right now.
Probably not wearing a mask though.
I mean, I would be. I don't want to smell that. I had
Christ.
dryer sheets in there.
So he was going down the road, and he passed some dude on his bicycle, and this is how the dude ended up getting caught. The dude on the bicycle remembered the truck, the driver, and the foul smell that he couldn't even begin to describe when he rolled past.
Words fail.
It
Yes.
smells like Satan's armpit.
So dude just pulls over on the side of the road and just dumps it into the middle of the road. Like, not even in the dirt, just dumps it in the middle of the road.
You think your commute's shitty?
Ooh.
Oh, so many jokes to be made.
I know, right?
So could you imagine, though, you've got these 35-gallon totes in the back of your truck in Florida heat, just sloshing around.
And the humidity.
Oh, dude, just nasty, just sloshing around. You know, I hope they have lids, but
No.
it's Florida, so
No.
so
I got memories of this one.
so then, you know,
Yeah.
he just dumping it out of the back of his truck. And then takes off, does the next one, and there's tampons and pads and stuff, which those things are not supposed to be going down your
I
toilet
was just
anyways.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's just shit everywhere.
Did you tell his entire story just so you could set up that last bit?
No, that just came to me in the now.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, just fucking why? Like, getting a septic pump does not cost that much, and the dude that hired him to do it is just like pissed and shock and awe and anything else.
So that was in there too.
But yeah, he just couldn't believe it, and the dude got so fucked.
Did he ever give a justification as to why?
Nope.
And that's got to be a biohazard. That's a felony
absolutely.
in itself.
Oh, yeah.
He
Transportation of human waste?
He
Without
got
a license, without proper containers.
well, and then just dumping it and not reporting it
Public
or
health
anything.
risk.
Oh yeah, dude, he got hit big time for that one.
Fines and jail time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I just couldn't imagine the stench.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he just
I mean, I've smelled some nasty shit at work. Parvo is the worst smell in the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
But I even that, I would walk into isolation with 7 parvo puppies with watery diarrhea before I even want to smell what that smelled like.
oh yeah, because however long it's been sitting in the septic, and then
It's got nice.
and then he
time
just
brew
proceeded
and-
to drive on home, park his truck at the apartment complex. Probably left the
Jesus.
totes in the back.
Just another day.
Just another day in shitty Florida.
Like I'm with the bicyclist. I'm struggling to find the words to describe the smell because I have smelled it.
I'm sure you have.
I've been on latrine duty in 130 degree weather. Like,
That deployment life. though.
oh yeah.
It's like if a 7-Eleven breakfast burrito 8-day-old 7-Eleven breakfast burritos,
Drank a bunch of coffee.
drank a bunch of coffee and Mountain Dew, fermented for about 3 days, and then
Shit
shit
in a
it
hooker's
out.
mouth.
Yeah, it, like took an enema and then just went to town on the side of the road.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
That'll work.
Florida.
That sounds like something you might have done.
Can't deny.
You know, and that's the thing about, you know, you can literally just Google Florida and things will, you know, Florida man, and things are always going to pop up, you know, even just as recent as this last weekend. Good old Florida man throws a baby at deputy.
Yes.
I just told
Wild
him about
high-speed chase.
Yes.
Like, come on. So, you know, guy, high-speed chase, refusing at every corner. They couldn't disable the vehicle. They finally get him boxed in after dodging roadblocks and hitting detectives' vehicles. He ran over the stop sticks with nothing, but he got finally boxed in, bailed out of the car, grabbed his 2-month-old son who had been in the car with him, and just threw him at the direction of the deputy and took off the other way. Like, "Bah, here you go."
I mean, I've thought about yeeting babies. Not my babies.
Just
But I've
babies
thought
in
about it.
general.
And yet, it wasn't even just like a light toss. It was a straight up overhand
Like
chuck.
Yep.
Luckily, it was only at a distance of about 6 feet.
Uh,
The
Yeah.
baby was caught and is fine.
Yes, the baby was caught. The baby is fine. But it's just kind of one of those, like, you know, you're in the Boxton situation. You see it all the time in the shows and the movies where it's like,
mhm.
you know, you throw something at the assailant to try to get away. Usually.
Pocket sand.
Sha-sha-sha!
But in this case, you know, okay, well, I don't have anything else in my car except for my kid, so.
Yeah, when I heard that headline, I literally stopped what I was doing and just was like, fucking Florida.
Fucking
God
Florida.
damn.
God damn it, Florida man.
I just couldn't believe. I mean, I've seen episodes of Cops where there are kids in the car and shit like that, but I have not seen a baby get yeeted to an officer ever.
Well, so, the guy's charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated child abuse plus aggravated battery of an officer, firefighter, EMT, and battery on the same reckless driving and resisting arrest with violence. This is the part that gets me, and it's kind of one of those you have to ask, was this said intentionally or not? But according to Sheriff Eric Flowers, you can't throw a baby at us and expect us to treat you with kid gloves. That is his quote.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Tasers, rubber bullets, sandbags, shoot them with everything.
Of all the phrases, though, kid gloves.
Oh,
really,
it's a thing.
Really, Sheriff Flowers?
Yep.
Really?
He went for it on that one.
He did.
I did not catch that one.
Yeah, I kind of lost interest at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
It happens when she talks.
It's true. Happens all the time.
Marijuana affects the memory.
A PSA.
There's your PCA for today. In the same vein as shit. Hopefully not.
Oh, God.
There was this
You
man.
shouldn't have shit in your veins.
No, I wouldn't want it. In 2018, there was this man in Tallahassee. Goes into a pub, acts totally normal, goes into the bathroom, rips a urinal off the wall, floods the bathroom because urinal no longer attached.
Mm-hmm.
When he was confronted by angry employees, he stripped butt-ass naked and ran into the forest.
Budding!
You gotta be shitting me.
Don't be shitting in urinals, man.
It was around the Uranus.
The Uranus. It's around the toilet. And whether or not he took the urinal with him is not mentioned. So
That was
now I
my
have
first
questions.
What's with the nakedness?
I don't know. Nobody wants
hot.
to tackle a naked man.
It's hot in Florida.
That's
Well, if
highly unlikely.
you gotta have some serious strength to rip a fucking urinal off the wall.
That's fair.
And 2,
Or he's on meth.
if he
So
did take it,
That could be it.
yeah, if he did take the urinal with him, if he just booked it into the forest with the urinal, what the fuck was he gonna do with the urinal?
Eat it like a baby.
I'm gonna make love to this urinal.
I mean, the headline was, people find love in the strangest places.
Christ. No, I'm looking at this this Florida Man article. Florida man arrested for attacking daughter with a pizza after she didn't want to eat it with him.
So, just based off that headline, then he didn't eat the pizza either.
Maybe he just took one slice and he ate the rest of it.
He brought a pizza for them to eat together, but she told him that she wasn't feeling well and asked him to leave. I guess he went to visit his daughter. Brought the pizza with him.
So she's probably an older adult then versus
She
a
was
child.
20. He's 41. She slammed the door on his face and he got angry, refused to leave, argued with her in the doorway, and then started throwing slices of the pizza at her.
What a waste of pizza.
Right?
Right? That's just wrong.
I'm wondering what kind of pizza it was for her to prompt a call to 911 and for him to get arrested.
I swear, if you say
Anchovies.
pineapple, I'm gonna punch you in the face myself.
Anchovies and pineapple.
Yes. You know what?
I mean, maybe she was a culinary student and he got a Hawaiian pizza.
Hey, fuck you. I thought about being a culinary person and I love
Gordon
Pineapple.
Ramsay said,
Gordon
I-
Ramsay can
I-
suck the lamb sauce out of my asshole.
I love Gordon
Pineapple
Ramsay.
goes on
He is
pizza.
my favorite angry chef, but here he is wrong.
Yep, I love Gordon too.
pineapple does not belong on pizza.
So does. It's so
I don't mind being the odd man out on this one.
Yeah, we don't.
This is the hill you're gonna die on.
This is the hill I'm going to die on.
Well, there's the spade. Start digging.
It was already trying to come to you.
That's true.
Lots of things come
Are
to
you
me.
gonna strip naked and take it to the forest?
Florida man, you've inspired me.
Jeez.
So, apparently, a lot of these stories are going to revolve around bodily fluids because I picked up another one.
Don't the best stories, though?
I suppose that is true.
All the best stories start
Even
with
the
a glass
best love
of milk.
stories.
Clockwork Orange. Y'all are disappointing me today.
God,
Good. About time we're doing
Right?
it because last time
Yeah.
you got voted off the island twice.
I I got brought back because the audience loves me. I was back by popular
I don't know,
demand.
because I'm pretty sure that episode tanked and you were on it.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking that much.
You talk too much. Anyways, I love stories like these, or pictures of things people have put on walls around the workplace that make these warnings or information necessary. I love stories like that.
Right.
Florida store owner bans customers from heating bag urine in microwave.
What?
Who made that sign? Why?
So, a Jacksonville store close proximity to a drug testing center.
I was gonna say they've got to having guys going.
Okay,
in of urine.
that makes more sense.
Resulted in the owner banning customers from using the microwave to warm urine stored in bags or containers. So, I love that has to be a thing now, but it did bring some questions.
Do you want any?
I've never heard of this happening anywhere else, and I know that a lot of people use, fake urine or purchased urine to pass drug tests and stuff. And I can't believe that this has not been an issue anywhere else. And then 2, microwaving urine in a bag or a container, that's gotta stink.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine walking into your convenience store just smelling well, I guess probably a lot of people walk in there smelling like piss. So.
Depending on your convenience store, that's just the norm.
Yep. So maybe you wouldn't notice the smell. But could you imagine if one of those bags split open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just throw away the microwave.
Or if the bag melts.
Oh, yeah. With plastic in the urine.
It boils over.
Oh. Yeah, when I read that, I was like, well, that screams Florida, but I have a feeling this is happening elsewhere, and just nobody's had to put this up because it's probably not happening as often.
Right.
Not just bodily fluids, but apparently vampires actually might be living in Florida, because back in 2015, a gentleman was arrested for dancing on a SUV. Said a woman with fangs warned him that vampires were planning a human sacrifice. So he decided to dance on a marked sheriff's vehicle and blamed it on the vampires.
Were there cops in the car?
That's what it doesn't say for sure. I don't believe so. But
that would make it so much better.
The dance routines he was performing atop the cop car were dance routines to Hall & Oates' Rich Girl and Supertramp's Goodbye Stranger.
Yes. Shit.
Yes.
Oh, I love
Because Florida.
So he wanted to, he made the conscious decision to get the sheriff's attention to help stop the slaughter of small children. And he was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time.
Fruity.
And has not been diagnosed with any mental health conditions.
Wow.
So he just straight up said, fuck it.
Yep. Florida man dances on a police vehicle to ward off vampires.
Love it.
Respect.
Right? Like, way to stick to your convictions, dude. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Speaking
okay
of
with
a
that.
guy who sticks to his convictions, there was a man by the name of Ray Bellucci who was rescued by the Coast Guard while trying to run to Bermuda in one of those inflatable hamster ball things. So this guy is a super marathon runner. So he thought that he could run in this balloon to Bermuda, and not even just Bermuda. He was then gonna travel 1,033 miles total from Pompano Beach to Bermuda, then to Puerto Rico, Haiti, and Cuba before going back to Florida. His whole plan...
He left out Kokomo.
That's where you're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Way down to Kokomo.
His strategy on the way there was to catch fish, eat protein bars, and sleep in a hammock inside the pod. I'm like, what's your plan for water, man?
Well,
I'm surrounded by it.
You can't
Probably.
drink that stuff, man.
yeah, but he's probably dumb.
It's got electrolytes.
It's got what plants crave. How did he plan to fish out of that ball? Because my knowledge of those hamster balls is when you open them, they fall the fuck apart.
Yeah.
It wasn't a complete insulated one. It was more like a hamster wheel shape. So it had openings on either end.
So what would keep the water out?
Yeah.
It's really tall. But, I mean, you're going to hit some big waves. So I don't know what his plan was.
Yeah,
but
because usually the ones I see, they're like rubber plastic type that have a zipper entrance and
Here,
stuff.
let me show
They're kind
you
of
it.
just, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, get one of those?
Yeah, but as soon as you
Huge.
open them, they generally fall apart. So
Yeah.
if you went to open it to go fishing, you're gonna fucking sink.
It was one of these. So look at those pictures. It's like a hamster ball. It's open on each end.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like that. It looks like a
Dude,
hamster wheel, but inflatable.
That's some serious
So-
engineering.
Not
Right?
only did he do this in 2016, he had done it previously in 2014. He got about 70 miles off the coast, and the Coast Guard had to come save his ass. So the Coast Guard told him that what he was attempting to do was fundamentally unsafe, and that he was no longer allowed to do it, and that if they caught him again, they were gonna, throw his ass in jail.
So he does it again.
So he does it again 2 years later. Now,
I just have to train harder and raise my power levels.
right? So this guy, he's not mentally ill as far as we know, and he's not on drugs. He is a super marathon runner who was trying to raise money for a children's hospital by doing this. He fled from Iran due to, some type of persecution, became an American citizen, and this is what he does. He's kind of like Forrest Gump. He just starts
That's the
running.
spirit of
Right?
freedom right there, baby.
I'm actually kind of rooting for this dude.
Right? He has run across the U.S. twice.
Like back and forth?
Yep, back
Both
and forth
times.
twice. So a total of
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4 passes across
Yeah.
the United States.
Yeah.
I just
and-
kept running.
Fuck.
And he has run its perimeter,
Holy
Fucking
crap.
hell.
not including Alaska or Hawaii,
Is
obviously.
he like
but
90 pounds?
no idea. I mean, he looks like a runner. He's thin
God
and slender
damn.
and built. But yeah,
I miss having that body.
right. I was reading it and I'm like, this guy's fucking insane. And then I see what he's done in the past and I'm like, okay, so you're not insane. You're just stupid. Got it. Okay.
Or he's reached a point to where he's run all the major runs he could
challenges.
run. He needs a challenge.
Yeah.
Go hike Mount Everest in
Like-
shorts.
I put that shit on YouTube and
Oh, it's all over YouTube.
Right?
He took a GoPro with him.
I don't see what the problem is here. If that's what he wants
He's
to do.
embodying freedom right there. The Coast Guard just doesn't want to save his ass.
Well, the
You'd
first time
think
he
he-
had to get saved, it was to the tune of $144,000 of taxpayer money. That's why they don't want him doing it.
Oh Christ.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Coast Guard ain't free.
That's like a half a
Freedom
second worth of
isn't
drug sales in
free.
Florida, though.
Not
Because
wrong.
fruit costs $1.05.
Where are you?
Oh my God.
All right.
So the signal is when I do this.
It's a signal for
So this one, I gotta give the dude respect on this one. Florida man dead after oxygen tank catches fire while he smokes cigarettes.
Wow.
Sorry, I should have laughed.
What a wonderful way to burn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it,
He went up fast.
he's probably on oxygen because he smokes cigarettes. So, way to stick to your guns, your
Right?
habits. You're gonna go
Like-
out the way you want to go.
How old was he?
67.
I mean, when you got to go some way.
Well, so according to his daughter, he smoked regularly.
Mhm.
Figures is probably why he's on the oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And but when he smoked, he would turn off the oxygen tank. Well, this time he didn't. So obviously he was coherent enough to normally turn it off. So I'm
Right.
wondering if he decided that it was his time and he's like, I'm going out on my own fucking terms.
Suicide.
That was
That's what I was
exactly my
thinking.
thought. It's an accident,
Mm-hmm.
so insurance pays out.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, ideas.
Don't go sparking up a doobie in your house anymore. Go outside.
Who said it was going to be for me?
Now this one here, this is an alleged. Not sure if it's true or not, but
Allegedly.
Florida man vapes his friend's semen on video.
What the
Oh,
I
fuck?
heard about that.
Yes.
Mhm.
So back 2015, apparently a group of friends decided to bet their buddy $68 that he could vape. Yes.
Not $69, $68.
$68 to vape semen.
Couldn't have ponied up the extra buck.
No.
Did the guy that had to vape the semen have to suck it out of his hose first?
Oh.
So, and apparently there is a video of it out there
Oh.
Of him sucking it out of the hose, or
of him
Oh.
of him
Smoking
putting it
it.
into the vape, and and going to town on
Was
it.
it his own or his buddies?
Yeah,
We're
his
gonna watch
buddies.
It was his
this later.
buddies.
Self-service?
The details are unclear as to how the material was obtained. But the reason that they're skeptical about
Genetic
it
material.
is, due to the viscosity of the material.
He's a thick comer.
Could it be vaped? Now it's possible that they mixed it with vegetable glycerin to make it possible. But apparently, on the video, he takes the hit, big old puff, and then instantly runs to the bathroom. Because, yeah. So,
I mean, did you expect anything different?
They tell you he is heard on his friends are heard on the video saying, don't puke, because that would violate the terms of the
bet.
50-page contract they drew up
What
for
are they?
this crucial undertaking.
Oh my god!
Law school fraternity?
We could only
Wow.
pay you $68 if you pull this off. But we got a 50-page contract you got to sign first.
It sounds like something that would come out of a law school
Oh
fraternity.
yeah.
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 No, I love this one. This is the heartwarming one. Florida man breaks into their neighbor's home to pet their cat.
I saw
100% that would be me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, kitty, let me pet it.
Yep.
I have a heartwarming one too. So this just happened in 2020. So just last year, there was a 20-year-old man named Chris Nickick, who is the first person with Down syndrome to complete an Ironman triathlon.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
And a triathlon, or at least the Ironman one. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what what everything is. It's a 2.4 mile swim,
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
112 mile bike ride,
Fuck.
and a 26.2 mile run in a single day.
Fuck.
So
I'm out of breath just getting up to go to the fridge.
So he finished his race at 16 hours, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds. He is the first person with Down syndrome to compete and complete an Ironman triathlon.
That's
God,
awesome.
Fucking damn.
His dad, of course, was obviously very supportive of this
Oh, yeah.
whole thing. They had him at the beginning of the year write down like what his dreams were. And the very last thing on that list was to be able to compete in the Ironman triathlon and complete it. So he gets to, chop something off of his to-do list. I thought it was a really, really nice story.
Oh, yeah. God damn.
They're not all crazy.
Right. All right, so you want to hear one that's going to rip your heart out? Florida man dies after being struck by SUV that was being driven by his son who was learning to drive.
Oh.
Oh.
His son is 34 years old.
Oh. Why?
I'm a terrible person.
Gotcha. Man who is critically injured while teaching his 34-year-old son to drive died a day after being struck by the vehicle his son had been driving. Yeah, they were in some church parking lot, and he was out being the ground guide. The son was driving around the parking lot, and I don't know exactly what happened, but he was standing on the opposite side of the curb. When the son stepped on the accelerator, vehicle went over the curb and hit the man. So he was probably ground guiding, helping him back into a space or something like that.
Teaching him how to parallel park.
Or teaching him how to parallel park. Yeah. The son now faces a felony charge of driving without a license resulting in serious injury.
Like he didn't suffer enough.
Right?
That one, I'm like, that's pretty fucking shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Not even from like the spirit of the law perspective, but even from the like, how else is the fucking kid supposed to learn how to drive?
Yeah, we all
Right?
technically drove without licenses, or at least, us younger folk did, because we had, the training and shit that we had to do to get our permit and all that crap. So, I mean, we had some form of documentation, I
You have a
guess,
learner's
but
permit.
yeah, learner's permit, but still.
I didn't.
For those of us that are slightly older,
I went straight to having my license because I was 18.
I was in South Dakota
Yeah.
at the time, and yeah, that was not required.
we didn't learner permits were just getting like invented back then.
Way back in the day.
Oh, I know, right? No, I learned to drive on a fucking lawnmower.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know maybe what it takes for people in Florida to get their licenses, but when you see things like Florida man driving home from strip club falls out of truck and runs himself over.
What are they requiring? Nothing.
I mean, I'm just
Do
saying.
you have a pulse? Even then, I think we could fudge the paperwork.
The Orlando Sentinel reported the 28-year-old man left Dancers Royal Strip Club around 2 a.m., less than a block away from the Florida Highway Patrol office. Said he fell out of his 2016 Ford pickup and promptly ran over his own leg. The man was down, but the truck kept rolling into a nearby house, injuring the 58-year-old woman inside. By the time the troopers got there, the driver was gone, but his truck, complete with an ID, was inside the house. The woman was treated for minor injuries, but the man is still on the run. Once again with the puns, because if he has a broken leg, I don't think he's running.
Maybe he's naked.
I mean, this is Florida after all.
To the state of his dress, but thank you, Miami Herald.
Naples man calls 911 about McDonald's order and says he has cocaine in his butt.
True story.
Factually.
I mean,
How do you work that into a conversation?
Where else are you supposed to hide the cocaine?
Right. So Artie called 911 3 times early Wednesday morning from the McDonald's and said that they had gotten his burger order wrong twice. 2 out of 3 times. Not bad. That's pretty acceptable
This is
for
Florida.
McDonald's.
60% of the time.
All the time. When deputies arrived at the McDonald's, employees said that Wardy had been yelling and cursing at his staff over his mistaken order and they wanted him taken from the premises. But he refused to leave until his burger was fixed. So, standing his ground, he's like, well, fine, take me to jail. I'm not leaving.
He wants his Big Mac, damn it.
Yeah. So the deputies escorted him from McDonald's, and upon searching his pockets, the deputy found marijuana folded into a napkin. That's,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever, no big deal. I mean,
Right.
still illegal in Florida, I'm pretty sure, but in...
Of all places.
Right. So when he was being placed in the patrol car, he admitted to having another drug tucked away in his crack.
Wow.
Missed opportunity.
So, medical marijuana has been okay since 2016, but recreational is still illegal.
Okay. I'm
Does
sure.
your arm hurt, Mr. Washington?
I'm sure if you know the right guy who knows the right guy.
Doctors don't give a
Anybody
shit.
in Florida, dang, fuck.
Right. Florida man
Idiots.
accused of kidnapping woman and forcing her to join OnlyFans.
Why?
So he could make money, of course.
Alrighty.
Does it say what the OnlyFans was? What he was having her do?
It
We
says, I mean, you thinking like gothy Lolita type stuff?
I'm thinking it's just her making him breakfast.
Or that too. Like,
I'd make you breakfast.
sounds good. I'll go for some chicky nuggies right now.
I could always go for some
Yeah.
chicky nuggies.
The
Especially dino nugs.
the clipped headline of that last one that I read said they had nuggets in his butt. So that's why I clicked on it, and then there was no nuggets in his butt. I was so disappointed because I wanted to see a 6-piece and a bale of cocaine coming out of this dude's ass.
Check out OnlyFans.
Oh, God. They got something for everything.
Well, I mean, Florida man asked troopers if he can flee the scene of the accident to go get meth.
At least he asked.
Right? He was polite about it.
He was involved in a car accident and was arrested, and then allegedly asked troopers if he could leave the scene to go get more meth. He was making no sense during the conversation.
Yeah, I wonder why.
He was asking us to let him run away so that he could go get some more, so he could get much more illegal substances than he already had with him. Because apparently if you know you're going away, you want to make sure you stock up.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's only going to last so long, so you might as well take it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that where you use your built-in storage facility below your lower back?
Yes. Let it dissolve all natural.
People in Florida have no shame. No shame in their game.
No judgments here, man. Live how you want to. You want to get naked and shove shit up your butt? That's fine. Go for it.
Just make sure you live in Florida so we can talk about it.
I'm remembering what was it, the first episode of Rick and Morty?
Oh, yeah, I got to shove those way up your butt, Morty.
Way up in your butt. You just got to cram them way up in there.
Poor Morty. He's always got to put shit in his butt.
I mean,
Those fucking crystals.
that is
I
where
do as the
shit...
crystal guides.
I need more Rick and Morty.
Everyone needs more Rick and Morty. Season 5's coming out soon.
Woo woo.
No, what we need is some more goddamn Szechuan sauce.
I have 3 in my fridge.
Mm-hmm. We stocked up when they brought it back for Mulan.
Fuck yeah.
Who knows if it's still
Wait.
good, but being that it's McDonald's, it's probably
It'll be
still
good in 50 years. It's fine. Have you seen the cheeseburger that like is 10
That's
years
true.
old and it looks fine?
That's just disgusting.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you
it's
hear
McDonald's.
that a chicken nugget that was shaped like an Among Us character went for just shy of $100,000 the other day on eBay?
Jesus fucking
The
Christ.
things people will pay for.
Florida men will pay for.
Somebody should have bought an NFT for that.
Oh my god, did you hear about that guy that stole $133,000 worth of rare coins, took it to a Coinstar, and got like $30?
Moron.
Oh, fuck.
Moron.
Yeah.
Florida man.
The bank girl in her is just going nuts.
I just got it. I need a moment, guys. I just need a moment,
Can you
okay?
imagine being the person that empties that Coinstar machine and just pocketing those?
And
Oh.
this is why you get the people you do.
We could do an entire episode just on bank pays, trust me.
Just
Could be coming in the future.
right?
Let us know what you think.
Leave comment. I don't think though anything I encounter in my day to day, or even any of us, could top things. Like
Florida man.
Florida man.
I certainly have no desire to go to Florida. Just the wild, outlandish shit that goes on there. I'm like, nah,
Mhm.
I'm good.
Part of me wants to like go to Disney World and go stay somewhere else, like in Georgia.
Go to Disney World in Japan instead.
Hell yes.
I want to go to all of
There
them.
we go.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
what's that new
The
Mario
Universals
Land?
in the Universal Studios in Japan has the
Mhm.
Super Mario World.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to go to that so bad.
Yep.
If you're gonna make a trip of it, make a trip of it.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Well, you know what we need to do? We need to start a Patreon and have people donate to our Disney or our Universal trip.
Mm-hmm.
Give us your money.
We'll send you a pin.
I'll send you 32 gallons of feces.
And your very own Florida man keychain.
Jesus.
Don't worry, we'll make sure he looks really cracked out.
It's just going to be a poo on the key ring.
And it's not going to be a key ring. It's going to be a cock ring.
It's Florida man.
It'll be the leftovers after you twist the cap off the top of a bottle.
It's not that durable, so be nice to it.
All right. Well, if you guys are listening on Apple Podcasts, please give us 5 stars. It'd really help us out. See you next episode.
Ideology fans, do you want to be on Ideology? Have a topic you want to hear us rant about? Drop us a comment on your favorite social platform or visit ideologypodcast.com.